Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross. My debts to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Come on. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross. My debts to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high.
Okay, it's time. And this is the time when we look into our organization, to our association, its past and future, and we will do a little bit of visioning today. I would like, for those who have signified in their registration that they'll be part of NAFOM, and for the those who are eligible to vote, if you can just come up here, uh, so that if there be, if it will be necessary for a vote to be taken, it will be counted from this section, the front section. Okay, so we'll start. I'm going to call the meeting to order at this time. Uh, oh, they're going to bring a table. We have a table here. Ellen, this and Robidi. Now we have a table here. Okay, well, we are. So, so in the agenda, and it will be flexible because we will be depending on time, and there'll be making sure that we will take, we'll take the more important parts first. In the agenda, we haven't, because it's been fluid all this time, and we will take care of the president's rambling, which is president's report, president's vision for the future. We will have a report on the book project. We will have report from the nominations committee, and then we will do courtesies. That is for those who are not regularly assigned to workshops or presentations, that it can be done here, and we'll have a lot of time. If we don't take care of matters today, we will have some time tomorrow. Okay, as I said, Ellen Dizon will be the secretary. Let me just ask to start with is we don't have very many here right now. Members of the board of directors, will please stand up. Of the current board. This is the current board, and okay, thank you. And we will be hearing from Pastor Stan, who are the current members, and the list of board members. We will do elections tomorrow. We will receive reports from the nominations committee, and also the process of how we're going to go through nominations and then elections to the board of the NAFOM board. Now, talking about, just to be clear, The officers of NAFAOM are elected by the board members. So we will elect the board, and then when the board comes together, they will choose from among themselves the officers. So when you see the announcement for the elections of officers, that will be probably in the evening tomorrow. And it'll be like a surprise. Okay. Is there any question? We're very fluid. We didn't have anything structured because that we have a lot of scheduling problems, personnel and everything else. President's report, rambling. It's just coming out of my brain. I have a weird brain. It just works and works and, and spits items. If you'll have to understand that NAFAOM doesn't have a real infrastructure. NAFAOM is the person that is everything comes to the president, and the president will just assign responsibilities to responsible people. So a lot of the visioning, a lot of work, as you will notice, Facebook page and Yahoo groups, they all come out of my desk in the office in Chicago. My report today is brief. As you may be aware, I have been making a report on almost daily basis, extensively on Facebook, Yahoo groups postings. Yeah, we do make decisions as a board when there's something to talk about in behalf of the organization. These are activities and happenings around our community to keep us all on the same page, moving together at the same pace, and moving in one direction. I think we have a great time doing that. In Redondo Beach last time, I consented to return to the NAFAOM board because of this near certainty that the 15th biennial convocation would be held here in Chicago. We didn't know it would be in Evanston, but it would be in the Chicago area. The clamor had become too loud to ignore. After deferring action so many times for Chicago to host a convocation, it was time to take a plunge and just do it. It was meant to be a one-term service, again as president, to make sure that it happens. Well, here we are and doing it. In behalf of the local planning committee, thank you for the opportunity. As for me, thank you for this continuing opportunity to be in thick and thin of the journey of Filipino American United Methodists. As for me, I feel good to be passing the baton to the next generation of NAFAOM leaders. I have just few notes, and maybe you can take note of this too for some deliberation if need be. Notes to think about, to discuss, and to engage in. Number one, keep and nurture the connection of Filipino American United Methodists with the Philippine Church. And we are very happy that Bishop Juan, Bishop Tucker, while they are here in the United States, would take advantage of joining us. This is something that we appreciated so much. And we'll get to that more closely later. And the NAFAOM be the voice in North America of the voiceless in the Philippines. If we get a chance later, maybe we'll hear from Bishop Toquero and talk about the injustices and atrocities in the Philippines. We will be the voice. We will continue to be the voice of the voiceless in the Philippines. Number three, support the United Methodist Church. This is the denomination, her goals and objectives, and to be in journey with it, with a future with hope. And we're very happy that we have that connection. We have Amy Valdez Barker here that is probably taking notes of what we're doing. Yes, we are United Methodist, and we are the United Methodist Church. Number four, keep a good relationship with boards and agencies of the church. They are our co-workers in the vineyard. Five, keep a good record of history of our journey. A book to write, if you may. We have a book project ready to be launched in a book form, and we will have a short report on that. And then be in tune with and up to date with the developments in the denomination, especially issues that are raised by the justice and peace organizations, the peace and justice arms of our denomination. We are in the same boat, and we need each other to stay afloat too. We can no longer avoid this new landscape. God must be calling us to face it. Beside the discussion of our convocation theme, Acts and the City, retelling of the book of Acts in this new century, which we have been hearing. And we are so impressed of our speakers. We'll have more. Let me say that NAFOM has one big administrative and organizational question to talk about, and find answers to. Our partners in the General Commission on Religion and Race has done us a great favor by inviting us to look into the future of the church, this denomination, with them. I know because I was a member of G-Corps for 4 years, and this was when this matter was gaining momentum. With keen mind and pragmatism, G-Corps has advanced the notion of capacity building. Capacity building is a buzzword in our ethnic communities to prepare for the work ahead and to brace for rainy day or a deluge. Questions? What if the General Conference eliminates or reduces further the funding of ethnic minority programs? What if? What if the General Conference eliminates G-Corps, the General Commission on Status and Role of Women, and other program agencies with ethnic minority programs, or radically reduces their ability to function in behalf of NAFAUM and other groups? What if? I've been a member, I was a member of CASRA for 8 years and 4 years in G-Corps. What if Asian American Language Ministries, ALLM, and the core action in religion and race, if the funds dry up or are discontinued? What if NAFOM will be on its own? Can NAFOM's goals and objectives go on? In the mission and ministry aspect, I have shared my observation boldly and widely that appointed cabinets are no longer following the expectation that Filipino congregations are to be led by Filipino clergy. It was a wild expectation, I found out. Filipino clergy are moved from Filipino congregations to serve non-Filipino congregations, and non-Filipino clergy are appointed to Filipino congregations. This is not at all a bad thing. This is a great thing. An acknowledgement that Filipino clergy is good enough anywhere for anybody. For all, the world is our parish. But is Filipino a thing of the past? Is Filipino still a consideration for pastoral appointment? Is the Filipino vision going away? I take this opportunity to express my appreciation for our non-Filipino clergy in Northern Illinois Conference who have helped us greatly in planning this convocation. It is a humbling experience to hear from this clergy, and they are all women. You saw them, you worked with them tonight, today, and last night. We could have, we could have not accomplished this convocation without them. NAFAOM is theirs as well as ours. They serve the Filipino community. I'd say personally that I am a better Filipino Christian United Methodist today by having them by my side. I now have concluded that the Filipino thing is all in the mind. We are one in the spirit, and that's what matters. And where's the next NAFAOM convocation going to be held? This is a vision, personal vision that I have shared with many folks here already, and I have not heard any objection to it. We had gone places where NAFAOM had not been heard before. When we left, where we left good marks, making it a household word. We can explore new possibilities by holding the convocation in the Philippines. And so this would be my proposal, that there would be the next convocation, and we will decide it's probably around November. My suggestion is November of 2017. And we will work that out with the Episcopal leaders in the Philippines to hold the convocation. It's a mission in the Philippines where will be some strict coordination and yeah, it'll be a partnership between the Philippine and American. Bishop Juan? Yes. Okay, so that took care of that. And this will be something that we can invite annual conferences, VIM, annual conferences, Filipinos and non-Filipinos that would have a plan to help the Philippines. We will have a coordinated convocation mission in the Philippines. We'll find the places, and we'll have all the details shortly. And I am making the proposal. It's a vision, and if you share that vision, we will make that. We will resolve that shortly. Happen? Yeah. Convocation can be combined with volunteers and mission, and then family reunion, whatever the one is. No, I'm just saying. So we'll just keep that in mind, and if I will entertain an emotion that will make this a goal for our new board to work it out with our Philippine Central Conference. And so, pardon my rambling, it is the President's message nevertheless. There are probably more matters that we, as an association, can make clear and be aware of. Let us keep the conversation going and make NAFAOM grow in love. I pray that the next board of directors will keep these few words in mind, and I promise that I will be with you in this continuing journey of Filipino-American United Methodists. Salamat sa Diyos. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Thank you. Okay, yes. Are we moving to?
Just my suggestion that the Vice President will take over to preside so that we can dispose the report of the President.
If it is,
Temporarily, yeah, temporarily.
okay, I'll be
While
glad
being
to.
exposed,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shall I go home now?
I move that we accept with appreciation and approve the President's report.
The vote has been second. If there's a, if those who, that's Pastor Ben Vinluan. The motion has been seconded. You want the second? This Reverend Constantino. Uh, several, there's several that seconded. So actually, just she wants to mention at least once. And so the move. So is there anyone who approves of this? Say aye. Those who don't, say nay. Okay. President's report has been accepted. And then I think the president can again resume his duties. Okay, one more. Can you repeat? Please? So, sorry, Reverend. Can you say what you said so the secretary can hear it?
Leo Constantino, Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
I just want to express my deep appreciation for the leadership that Pong Javier has given us through more than 20 years, but especially this last quadrennium and this excellent this excellent session of NAFAOM with all the plannings and the changes that have been made. He has proven himself most worthy of leadership amongst us. And I wish and pray for another to come to rescue us again. Daniel, we're looking at you.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for the compliment, but let's shall we all give a big hand to our president? Show our appreciation to our president. Pong Javier, could you please stand up, please, our president? There's Pong Javier for you. He's the glue. He's the glue that literally keeps NAPAOM together. That I can say. Thank you for your service, sir. Now, I think that after having thanked you, you may now resume your duties. Oh, is this still about? Oh, so he can take over now. Okay.
Okay. And thank you, and you're welcome. Yeah. Okay, we have recognized
Edgar De Jesus, North Carolina Annual Conference. In the light of the report presented by the President of the NAFAOM, I move that the 16th convocation of the NAFAOM, the 16th, is that right? 16th convocation of the NAFAOM be held in our very wonderful homeland, the Philippines, with a blessing from our Manila Episcopal Area Bishop, Rudy Juan. If I have a second, then I will speak on the motion. I think there's nothing to explain but to reaffirm what we have been dreaming for as people of diaspora. We've been longing to bring the NAFAOM to the Philippines. In the light of the recent decision of the General Commission on Conferences to bring the General Conference to the Philippines in 2024, and my understanding that the Council of Bishops will also meet there in 2018, I believe that this is in alignment with our overall dream of affirming that we are indeed a global connectional church. Thank you.
Okay, all right, yeah, we'll act on the motion. It's been moved and seconded that we will adopt that section of the report that 2017 NAFAOM will be in the Philippines. Any discussion, or you want to speak to it, Estan?
I move that we refer this matter to the incoming board for discussion.
Yes, definitely, yes, okay. So maybe, would that be an amendment to the motion, or the a friendly amendment? We just change that, editorial? Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, as I was explaining to the rest, let me take this privilege. As I was explaining my vision to a lot of you, that this will be, as soon as we're done, the next board will start planning. We have 2.5 years, and the details are not available yet. We don't have the details, but we know that we have a vision already. It's probably going to be in November of 2017. November is when there'll be less typhoons. Yeah, yeah, the less typhoons. Yeah, we want to avoid the typhoons, the disaster. Okay, okay. Any more word? Okay, Manang Liliwa. Okay, this is in regard to the Philippines, right? Okay, then we'll take a.
Okay, I came a while ago and I wanted to know if NAFAOM is planning to, because I think this requires a lot of financial resources from everybody who will be going. So I'm interested, in order to be more scientific in our approach, are we going to hold a survey, to conduct a survey, at least to know who are interested in going to the Philippines? You know, when they answer whatever questions you're going to ask, they will be thinking of the finances that will be.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
So
it's a part of the.
I like to go to the Philippines. I just came from the Philippines. You know, it
What you want to go
took
back?
a lot of money, but and so I think it's very important so that it will not just be a group that will be going, but a lot of the Filipinos should be going there,
Yeah,
and
all right.
others, not just Filipinos, but
Thank you, thank you.
missionaries.
Right. Amy, you want to say something? Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's recognize Nestor.
Nestor Gerente, Long Beach, California. I think the referral of Reverend Stan Cueto will take this discussion, and I think it's premature for us to discuss about it because the board is not yet elected, and the board should be the one to really chart the direction of the NAFAOM for the next 2 years. If the board, I think this is, yeah, we can have our dreams and hopes today, but it's still the board of directors who will be empowered to chart. It's a premature discussion right now. So I hope that the referral will be voted on so we can move on.
Thank you, thank you. Okay. Pastor Leo, okay, uh, and if there's an objection, we will entertain that too.
Leo Constantino again. I appreciate the last sentiment given. Nevertheless, here is how I feel about this. We all have to get ready for any NAFAOM convocation we have here or abroad. And there is a natural selection of those who are able to do it. Many of us are able, and I would like to enable those who have the will and the determination to go. We Filipinos know how to get some of our resources any way we can. And to me, this is worth haggling about in the family and all that, but this is something that is worth our while. And therefore, that is part of the challenge of holding it in the Philippines.
Thank you. Okay. Shall we? Yeah, move for the question. Those in favor say aye. Aye. And those who are not in favor say nay. Okay. We are going to the Philippines. Okay. And Bishop, do you want to say something? Oh, no, that's November 2017. Yeah, around that date. Yeah. 2017.
After 15 years, you decided to come. I mean, 15 sessions. So this is a milestone. We will pray for this. We'll look forward to your homecoming, and we'll certainly prepare for the grand reunion in the Philippines. Do you know of any, do you have an in mind? I know that this referred to a committee or to the next board. Yeah, okay, we will wait for that. If you choose Baguio or Manila or Tagaytay, please don't choose Mama Sapano or Spratlys. No, no Spratlys.
Okay. It looks like there's an exam. Okay, just and quickly, let me just share the vision that I have shared with other folks here. That what we have planned, what I had envisioned was that we will have a 2-day NAFAOM convocation, just 2 days. 2 days yeah, that we will have a consolidated report, the incorporation of all the missions that will be going around that date. People will be coming before the convocation or after the convocation, but we will have a regrouping, and then that's the time when we will be sharing with Filipinos in the United Filipinos in the Philippines, Filipino Methodists in the Philippines, and so that would be something great. And I understand a bit, Pastor Benoni is already thinking of Central Church as the venue for that consolidation, that NAFAOM convocation. So that's just a dream. Okay, I think we can move on. This is something that you dream on. Yeah, and the next board will make that as a focus, as a priority, because we need to prepare for that. Okay, moving on and understand what's the next in the program. We'll have workshops. What time's the workshop? Yeah, yeah. I just want to make sure how much time we will need, because now I'm going to ask the next item will be reported the nominations, so that we will have this today and tomorrow to plan for nominations and elections. And
This is just an initial report of the nomination committee. I was instructed by the president through email that I'll chair the nomination committee. So I just selected the members of my committee. It's just a 3-person committee. One from the East Coast, one from the Mid Coast, and one from the West Coast. So it will be uh, more viable for us to select people. So one coming from the East Coast is Armando Arellano. It's a pastor. And from Midwest is from the Montana area, uh, Dr. Leoliwa Robledo. And coming from the West is one retired, and Pastor Cueto. So that's the 3 of us. Now there are 8 members of the board to be elected. Okay? Uh, five are already expiring, but they are not expired. So, and then one resigned, one deceased, and one incapacitated. So there will be 8 of them to be elected by the board. Now we will be deciding about the Philippine convocation. So it's up for you to vote for people who like to go to the Philippines. so please submit the names that you want to any of these. Armando Arellano, Dr. Leoliwa Robledo, or to myself, so that we can consolidate, bring the nomination before you tomorrow. So please, if you have somebody who desires or who wants, let's not push somebody who doesn't want. Let's push everybody who wants to come and be part of the board now. So there are a lot of board members couldn't even attend the conference convocation. So please let us not put them there. And again, if you have not paid your $30 membership fee, you are not eligible to be voted. So please take note of that. That's a membership fee. Because if you did not pay, then you are not a member. So please do that. If you refuse to be a member, you are misused.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's the report of the nominations committee. Uh, uh, let's get a report from the. Okay, Manong Ben. Manong Ben will report on the book project.
Part of the book project report is in your newsletter. I'm sure you've seen that there somewhere. Another part of it is here. It's a whole page, and I don't want to take your time in reading this whole thing. Let me read just a couple of paragraphs, from the editors of this book. After years in the making, it is a great joy that we bring to you this collection. It's bound here, it's not printed yet, because we have to look for the money. Accounts about our story as Filipino people, as Filipinos in America, particularly as United Methodists. Filipinos have grown in numbers over the last several decades. We're now more than 100 and counting in terms of years. We have also become a diverse community that mirrors the variety of communities where we settle in this vast cultural, political, and socio-economic landscape that is America. As United Methodists, a unique spiritual and religious identity that no diversity could shake, but only deepen and enrich. It goes on and on. But this signifies to us that we have come to a level where we are comfortable about coming to you and say, we have enough to put together so that we can publish this and make it as part of our legacy or heritage, as well as make it as part of our discipleship formation. So I would like to present to you a resolution, if I may, and with the blessing of the President and the sponsorship of several of us. This is our resolution. Whereas the National Association of Filipino American United Methodists severally and collectively sought to tell our story as a community of faith through the NAFOM Book Project, and supported that project these many years through the leadership of yours truly and Pong Javier. Whereas the project has so far progressed at a level where it could be carried to the next level necessary to bring it to full fruition by publishing it and distributing it to our various constituencies and the entire connection to the glory of God. Now, therefore, be it resolved that NAFOM continue this project by the creation of a new task force for the purpose of producing, maintaining it as part of our narrative as a people of faith, and distributing it to the benefit of the whole connection, done in the 15th Biennial Convocation in Chicago, Illinois, July 9 to 12, 2015. I submit it for your consideration.
Okay, we have received a resolution, and you have heard it. Explain well. If there's any question, we will. I'm going to ask for approval for this, unless there's any objection. If you agree, say aye. Okay. If you disagree, please say nay. Okay. I think. Yes, we will do that. So we have received this resolution, and in the next plenary, we are out of time. And this is the thing that we would like to, yes, see, they're calling us out of here to go to the workshops. So please follow the time. And we had lost so much time yeah, by not coming to the to sessions. So we will. Paglago's here. Okay. So Paglago will be the panel here. So it's a good thing. Please stick around. Now, don't go away. There's no break. If you have to do a break, please just go quietly later. So we will move on into the program. The Paglago panel will be coming up now. And please, if you have to go to the bathroom, don't bring anybody along. Okay. Go by yourself. Thank you. Okay.